Hey everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like. Today I'm going to show you how to shoot a time lapse with your GoPro, and I'm going to show you the settings that I use and how changing those settings affect the time lapse and the way it looks. So let's jump into it, and here we go. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the camera and take a look at my settings so we can see how to set up the camera. And the first thing we want to do is just make sure we're in our time-lapse mode. So I'm going to go ahead and swipe over, and you can see there that as you do, there's going to be three different modes. There's going to be photo, video, and time-lapse. We want the time-lapse mode, and there's going to be different presets in here that you can use. And as you tap the screen for one of the presets, you'll see there's others in there like time-lapse, time warp, night lapse, and you can move these around. But I'm going to go ahead and click the little pencil next to time-lapse there. And we can see here right now it's set to video mode, and that's what I want. But you can actually shoot this in photo mode as well. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it in video because the video is going to then, the video mode is going to compile the time-lapse in camera. And we're going to leave the lens on wide, but you can actually change this from wide down to linear, down to narrow, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it on wide as well. You have intervals, so right now the interval is set to 60 minutes. I don't want it that long, but you can change this to 30 minutes. You can have it at 5 minutes. I think it's 35, let's see, 2 minutes, 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and half a second there. I'm going to start off at half a second and show you what half a second looks like, and then I'll go ahead and I'll move those intervals a little bit longer so you can see how that affects the time lapse as we go on. But let's go ahead to the next thing. We want to go ahead and make sure that the other stuff like the scheduled capture and duration, no limit, you can do that based on your needs. I leave all that stuff off. Timer I leave off. The zoom is left at the default, which is just 1x. I always turn the bit rate on high for everything so I get the highest quality out of here. White balance I leave on auto unless I know I'm shooting under specific lighting conditions. Now the ISO, I like to leave the ISO at a minimum of 100 and a maximum of 200. That way, if there's a little bit of light change, it can adjust for it, but not too much because I don't want a whole bunch of adjustment in between frames there. My sharpness I leave at medium. My color I leave at natural. And as far as the other shortcuts, I leave those as they are. So, all right, there we go. We have everything set up to start shooting. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the footage is going to look like at half a second, if I can get my voice out. And then we'll move up to a second and 3 seconds, and we'll go a little bit longer, and we'll see how that affects the footage as we're shooting our time lapses. Alright, so there you have it. That is it. That is how you can set up your GoPro to shoot time lapses. And as we were able to see, when you have a very, very short interval period of like half a second, you can see that you're going to get more footage. It's going to give you much more footage. So you may shoot for 20 minutes and you're able to get, 10 seconds or 12 seconds worth of footage or something like that. If you shoot for 30 minutes, you'll get far more, obviously, but your motion is in the frame is going to be much slower. So if you have clouds moving across the sky, the clouds are going to move much slower than as if you had a longer interval. Now, the good thing is that if you need to get some motion and you have, let's say, nice clouds moving, or maybe you have fast moving traffic or something like that already, just motion that's already going, and you need to get a fair amount of footage quickly, then you can set it at a slower interval, something like half a second or a second, and that way you'll get some of that motion that's moving nicely through your frame, and you'll be able to get, 10, 20, 30 seconds worth of footage in a relatively short period of time. Now, if you want that really fast motion, then you're gonna have to go ahead and shoot it at longer intervals and shoot for a while longer, and it will give you that faster motion through your frame. However, it's just gonna take longer to get it. So yeah, anyways, there you have it. If you don't have a GoPro, I'm gonna leave you a link to one down below in the video description so that you can check them out, because they are kind of awesome cameras for pretty much everything. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.